I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Well, he did it. We knew he was a corrupt scumlord. Oh, my God. Biden pardoned Hunter. He pardoned his son. What? The son that took $2 billion from Saudi? Whoa. No. That's the other guy's son. All right, the son that stole from a kid's cancer charity? What? No. That's the other guy's other son. So Hunter got charged with an $8 million fine on a real estate scam? No. That was the other guy's other son who was charged and fined $8 million. And that son's father was ordered to pay $500 million for tax evasion, and 78 million of you voted for him.
Give me a break. That's a bunch of malarkey.
Didn't expect that reaction.
I knew America was dumb, but I was dumb in not knowing the level of the dumb acidness America's dumb asses have truly reached.
Bing, bing, bing.
Wow.
Bing, bing, bing. They all hand you checks.
So, what did Hunter get away with? What did this criminal mastermind do? What was Hunter charged with after 3 years of the GOP climbing up Hunter's ass, his business dealings, his relationships, his imaginary laptop, which, by the way, we've never seen? You notice the laptop just disappeared? Then, after Republican witnesses said in front of Congress,
I do not believe that the current evidence would support articles of impeachment.
So they finally charged him with checking the wrong box on a gun purchase form. Let me say that again. They charged him with checking the no box on the question, have you ever used or are currently using drugs? I mean, they could have just gone to his website and watched the videos of him doing drugs.
Say hello to my little friend.
Crack's greatest hits. To be clear, Hunter never used the gun. He didn't have ammunition for the gun, and the gun was taken away by his girlfriend. He was also charged with failing to pay $1.4 million in taxes. $1.4 million! Not $258 million tax theft like this guy, who isn't going to jail for his tax theft, or his 34 felonies, or for his raping a woman, or for his stealing and keeping top secret classified documents, including nuclear secrets. Yeah, nothing's happening to this guy. In fact, the idiots voted him back in. Fucking morons. The deal was done. Hunter would pay the taxes, pay the fine, and the gun form charge that no one is ever charged with would go away if he stayed a law-abiding citizen for 2 years. It was over, but the deal fell apart after this judge, Mary Ellen Norica, who is a Trump judge, decided, nah, he checked the wrong box. He needs to burn. And his dad, a great president, who turned this country around after the worst president we ever had, one who had 1 million die and made us a worldwide joke. This guy is a great man who pardoned his son for a crime no one is ever charged with. Biden has issued 26 pardons as president. Trump issued 226 pardons, most of them for a cadre of dollar store Batman villains who helped plan and execute an insurrection. He's given a convicted felon the ambassadorship to France, the father of his son-in-law. He also pardoned Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, Michael Flynn, and every other felon in another country that has the rule of law would be in jail until they died. You know, we used to have the rule of law here in America, remember? We don't anymore. Let's have a moment of silence for the rule of law. Trump, the convicted felon, the civilly convicted rapist, the fake college scammer who whores gold sneakers and illegal guitars that he can't even play and can't even put pictures of his real self on his trading cards because no one wants a picture of an obese, diaper-wearing, bankrupt traitor. So they put his head on Rocky's body. And dummies bought it. This guy, the guy with 3,500 lawsuits for screwing over and not paying vendors, the guy who stole top secret nuclear and classified documents and who tried to end the government, the traitor, the seditionist, the rapist, the pedophile's best friend isn't going to jail. He's going back to the White House. Good game, idiots. Hey, at least he didn't check the wrong box on a form. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. I think I just lost it. I think it just happened. I'm not even mad anymore. I think it's hilarious. You know what? I'm just going to sit back and watch it burn. Is that what you guys want? You knew what he did the first time. You know what he's going to do the next time. And Hunter, for God's sake, you checked the wrong box. Jail time!
Hey everybody, welcome. I just want to say during this holiday season, I hope that you're really spending some time, having drinks with friends.
I don't think we should name drinks after what they do. Can I get a Harvey Wallbanger? She's gonna have a puke in my car later.
Or maybe spending some time with your parents.
I had two bad parents, so I had to grade on a curve. Yeah, you gotta come up with a baseline for who the good one might be. Okay, mom did meth, dad did other dudes for meth.
Doing stuff that, you want to do.
I used to go to bars with my mom when I was little, when I was 4. I mean, I didn't go with her, she took me. I was like, yo, mom, I'm 4, it's 10:30, where's the party up in this piece? What are we doing?
Also, see your kids, because that's the best thing you can ever do. Family, the most important thing. Because
Here's how life is gonna go for all of us. You ready? Birth, life, tragedy, life, tragedy. First orgasm, life. Tragedy, life, tragedy, life, tragedy, life, tragedy. Last orgasm, death, and we hope those happen on the same day.
My new special's coming out on Christmas Eve. I hope you enjoy it. It's basically a journey through, my life. It makes Norman Rockwell's bleeding kind of look like a Hallmark movie.
This is the darkest show I've ever written. I want you to know that up front. I am not bragging, I am warning you. There's a couple of bits in this show that will cause what I call hate clapping. You'll be like, that's well written, but goddamn.
I hope you enjoy it. Christmas Eve, ChristopherTitus.com. Thanks. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Did I miss anything?
You ever notice? I have just weird stories. Here's one about me getting kidnapped. Grandma Titus was a grandma with absolutely no hugs. If you hugged Grandma Titus went, almost like it burns, it burns. She never said that, but it was implied. I lived with mom for 2 years. In the 2 years I lived with mom, we got evicted 3 times. Yeah, a 12-year-old should not know the sheriff. She was seeing 2 other guys while I was on the road doing comedy. And she embezzled $400,000. Yeah, but cheating on me's bad too, right? You money-grubbing whore.
Guys, don't miss Christopher Titus's brand new comedy special, Doomed to Repeat, and Rachel Bradley's new special, Beauty for Ashes, on tour now. December 20th, Knitting Factory, Spokane, Washington. December 21st, Neptune Theater, Seattle, Washington. January 10th and 11th in San Diego. January 19th in Boston. For more tickets and tour dates, go to ChristopherTitus.com.
Everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast with me as always, the lovely bombshell Ray.
What's up,
And
people?
the Highlander.
one.
So the Hunter Biden thing, I am so over everybody pearl clutching after all the shit the criminal cartel that is the Trump administration has done. I have no problem going, yeah, Biden. So we got 33,000 lies the last time he farted through the White House, and plus all the ones he's done since. And we've got Biden said, I'm not gonna pardon him, and I pardoned him. So it's 1 to 33,000. I think it's a wash. I think we're good.
2 thoughts about this. So first I'm trying not to keep up with this horseshit. I feel like I'm just like jumping into a pit of needles. Was Hunter sentenced, and was he about to do jail time? Is that why people are so like, hey?
There was a sentence coming, yes. There was so here's how effed up it was. Now you can look this up. They actually let him off. The deal was with the prosecutors. He was done.
The DOJ.
He'd already paid the fines for the money.
Mm-hmm.
He had paid the money back and the fines, which is like if you've ever got an IRS fine, it's like a third of what he owes. It wasn't like $50. If he owed 1.4, he had to pay another $350 on top of that $1,000. Okay, so he does that, pays it all back. The gun form charge is never even charged. If anything, it's a misdemeanor and a fine. we're going to put him up to 20 years in prison.
From
those two things.
Okay.
Now, and this is after they put him through how many years of bullshit with Jim Jordan and stuff, and the laptop and Fox News and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
And I pointed out in the Armageddon update, the laptop we've never seen.
Hey now.
I
wish you'd stop bringing this up. It was UPS's fault and I filed a claim, but I didn't click the insurance box. So it was only insured up to $100.
No, not full replacement value.
I'm trying to argue with them right now.
So-
I'm sure the laptop's on its way.
So then they have Hunter go through that. They have basically talk about this imaginary laptop. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The laptop is not imaginary. I would not say that.
Where is it?
We definitely have some hooker pics.
Oh, no. There's video. There's video. But
That's
he
on
was,
iCloud.
But he
That's
was
in the
uploading
cloud.
shit.
Yeah,
I think Hunter was like, look at these hookers I'm hanging with. So
That could be on the cloud. Y'all need to know that.
yeah.
I'm bringing y'all back into my vernacular. I moved away from the South, but it's back. Y'all need
But
to
also,
know.
we know somebody who's very high up in a very high security position, and they actually go after bad people, and you can't get rid of anything if it's on your computer or you put it up there. They can find it.
They'll go to a satellite.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Homeland Security sat in Texas and other states and got a subpoena for P. Diddy's cloud, reviewed all that shit before he ever even knew it was happening, including things he had deleted, and then got a warrant to search the property.
So we now have, Hunter's gone through all that. He went through 3 years up his ass. Basically the GOP. Then this is what I loved about this. Remember when the GOP brought in all their, like the Republicans brought in all the witnesses against Hunter, and to a fault, everyone went, yeah, we don't have any felony. He didn't commit any felonies. We don't have any felony. We don't have
Right,
any.
so this is-
we went through his IRS and everything, and he didn't. Yeah, no.
I was so embarrassed.
So, but yet he was still.
There was their witnesses.
He was sentenced, and that was currently about to happen.
I do not believe he had been sentenced.
Hadn't been
yet.
sentenced. That he had to go
He
back.
was convicted.
He was
Okay.
going to be sentenced.
Yeah.
Right.
He was convicted.
Okay, so this
And
brings me
it's a
to
Trump judge. It's a Trump judge, and we know Trump's
Yeah.
very transactional.
Yes.
So
Steer.
if it was my, everybody says it. If it was my son, let me ask everybody out there. If it's your son, and you know you've got this revenge focused asshole coming in, and he's going to do all he can. And again, I said it in there. I'm going to Biden has issued 26 pardons. Trump issued 226
Yeah, when you
pardons.
said that, I'm like, of course, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But the other part is that it's the timing of it was like this guy Kash Patel is going to be put in charge of the FBI, which is essentially just like a fucking dollar. It's like an
Who
Alex
is
Jones
this
type guy.
dude? Like who?
He's
like,
a fucking like QAnon conspiracy guy,
right.
And
Hey, he wrote a children's book about King Donald.
he sends a fucking kid's book that refers to Trump as the king.
He's qualified, thank you.
End of story. Hey, first of all, he can write. I think that's the low bar.
And
Okay.
he has
This-
slightly crossed eyes, which I enjoy.
He's a little bit off. Just like, yeah, I will make sure the FBI does exactly what the FBI is supposed to do. I'm going to shut it down.
Which eye in the FBI are we supposed to look at?
Me? Are you looking at me?
Yes, I am looking at you. And let me tell you something right now.
Is it-
Okay, and now I'm back at you.
Sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm not sure.
So.
Which page are we on
But
in this
also,
book?
so and I thought of this last night. We were watching, and the news is on again. I'm trying to really get away from it. We were watching, and the list of dipshits from Hegseth to Kash Patel to everybody he's
That's
nominating,
embarrassing.
you just go,
Oh, Peter Navarro is going to
Peter
run trade.
Navarro.
He's going to be the trade and manufacturing advisor as soon as he gets out of prison today, I think.
God, these fucking ghouls.
I'm not kidding.
Felon,
they just
he's
announced
putting-
that.
So I just want to say this.
Yes, he's putting felons. He
Do you
put Jared
underst-
Kushner's father.
Do you understand what a scumbag as a human being you have to be on the planet as long as Donald Trump has? And this is the group you have access to. Nobody else will fucking work with you. You couldn't bring somebody of quality in. You've got this clown car group of fuck ups, and this is going to be your cabinet.
Here's what
Oh, yeah. Well,
Holy
you
shit.
guys put a man that became a woman and wears dresses even though she's a doctor on yours. So, yeah.
What? We did?
We win.
Who was
Huh.
that? Who was that? Who did we do?
Dr. Rachel.
We have there was a dress.
Biden did put a transgender woman Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I don't like about the media. Why every time Trump considers to put someone up, nominates someone, and whatever the fuck you call it,
Rachel Levine. Sorry.
They don't emphasize that this was Trump's pick. Donald Trump, your leader, decided. He decided and made the decision to bring this fucking ghoul up.
Listen, let me tell you how.
So why do they think that he's going to make the best decisions for them, ergo the country?
But this is a dumb question. Because,
Ergo.
Of course.
Because I will say, no, here's
ergo.
why. And here's why it's a very dumb question. Because in the last 8 days, ever since he did it, the media has been obsessed with Biden getting his son off for checking the wrong box on a form. They've been obsessed. So he lied. Did he end it? And so let me finish.
I was going to tell you what he was facing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so like 20 years, right?
25 in the gun case and 17 in the tax case.
For checking the wrong.
Even though before all this went down, before Biden was in office, right? The DOJ made a plea deal that paralleled all other plea deals for the same charges.
Right. Everybody else, no one goes to jail for this.
And then they pulled it. Because of Jim Jordan and those.
They pulled it because of Jim Jordan and this judge who we need to look at this again, Trump judge. Yep. So if they're going to, the media is going to spend 8 days on Biden issuing a pardon for a charge that never, like, it's not, this is not like someone was going to go to the electric chair. And yet the guy that got elected president again we know he was sued for raping a 13-year-old. We know his best friend was a pedophile. We know, we have him on video saying we need to go fight at the Capitol. He started an insurrection. He tried to overthrow the government of the United States of America. And he's got 34 convictions, 58 pending that they're going to let go now. And he actually stole top secret classified nuclear documents, then had the Saudis over. And in that time he had the documents, he talked to Putin 7 times. And nobody fucking brings it up. People, stop watching the news. Come here. We'll keep it 100.
We'll keep it real.
Very nice.
Did Biden, was this legal or illegal, what Biden just did?
Totally legal.
It's legal to pardon people.
He has to pardon
it's maybe not your first choice, and certainly he said he wouldn't, and that's what all the Democrats are up in arms about. But the whole issue being that we barely heard about. I couldn't tell you all of the people that Trump pardoned. I know some of them were pretty hairy.
Roger Stone.
I know all
Steve
of his
Bannon,
people.
Who just got out of prison. Steve Bannon,
whose partner in the Build the Wall thing is in prison and pled guilty.
Michael Flynn.
He didn't give Matt Gaetz one, interestingly enough.
Matt Gaetz' partner for the sex trafficking is in jail. They're not getting. It's another thing, dude. I love that when people get how come our media is not banging on the doors of Congress when release that the report on Matt Gaetz? The reason here's how bad it is. When you're innocent of a crime, the first thing you do is resign from the job. That's the first thing you do. So
right before the report is about to come out, that would totally exonerate you.
Yeah, that would totally make you're totally innocent. He resigns from Congress. They go, well, now we don't have to show the report. Yet over the history of Congress, and I looked it up, they've released reports on everybody after they left. Because you know what we need to know? We need to know who the fuck was in Congress and what were you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is that I didn't used to believe it, but you see it over and over that we've got to a place in our government where it really is becoming, if not it already is, an oligarchy where they get all the power, they get to do what they want. He gave so Ray actually went to the Hungarian embassy, right? With your sister. With his sister. What happened there?
Is that censored? Censor it
now.
Nothing
happened. She's undercover. She's a double agent. You never admit that.
It's Project Adventure.
So
especially if one had a family member up for a position in this administration, one would keep one's mouth shizzle. No, I won't. Listen, I went to lunch with the Hungarian ambassador.
Right.
It was crazy.
So to explain how it went, because this is going to lead to what happened with.
He had already done breakfast, and I can tell David Shatra was sitting here. He had already, it's elevated, done breakfast similarly, and was planning dinners in a similar way. Yeah. I went for lunch. I walked in. He had this penthouse apartment, panoramic view that looked out at the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial and all that. It was beautiful.
Best real estate in Washington.
Yeah, it was crazy. And you walk in and there's flags lined up everywhere and there's full service people serving.
Servants like crazy.
You walk in, it's lunchtime, they hand you champagne, and I was like, don't mind if I do.
Because everybody's hungry.
Love the Hungarian.
Oh, wow, nice.
Method of drinking with every course.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How many courses for lunch?
Oh, well then, so we mingled. And then we sat down to lunch and there was a gold foil printed menu with my name on as a guest. And then
Someone went to the printers.
And put my name on it.
Yeah.
And then
Elon and Vivek are going to have something to say
what
about
each
that.
course was and what each wine pairing was with each course. Well, I didn't realize that everyone else was only sipping the wine that came with each course. But I was literally asking the server to bring more. Like, can I get some more of that? I had a good time. And the food was insane. It was like braised duck and cherry confit for lunch. And then there's aperitif and all that. And then he's going to do that again for dinner. And that's here in the United States where he has that apartment full time. Yeah.
And the Hungarian taxpayers pay for that. Or we probably
And
have.
I'm not saying that's a Hungarian thing. I'm saying that's how ambassadors to governments are treated and the kind of spending account.
So Trump just gave a convicted felon, Jared Kushner's father, the ambassadorship to the nicest city on the planet, France.
Well, that's not a city.
Sorry, country. Sorry, Paris. It's going to be in Paris, right? That's what I meant.
Well, he's
Paris.
ambassador to France.
Yeah, but he'll still be located in Paris, yes?
Maybe. We don't know.
So our tax dollars now are going to the other city of Guatemala. Sorry, you're right. I got it. Paris. That's what I meant. I was thinking Paris when I said France. We're sending this convicted criminal who has no ability, training, or anything in being a diplomat, wasn't in politics, hasn't worked those halls, hasn't shook those hands. We're sending him to live in Paris, in the nicest possible place in the world, with servants and cooks and maids and car service and free plane rides, and American taxpayers are paying for it. How come nobody fucking nails this shit down like that? How come no news goes, there you go, he gave an ambassadorship, that seems out of line? Do you understand that your tax dollars are paying for this convicted criminal to be the ambassador to France, and he doesn't know shit about being an ambassador? They just sent me. I'm to the point now where I'm just going to laugh. I think the next 4 years I'm going to laugh because it's all going to go. I used to get so incensed during the first. I was so incensed. And now I'm like, you know what they just did? He said the Steelworkers Union voted for him. They supported Trump. He just canceled a steel contract. He just canceled a steel thing for it. And it's like you fucking morons. Steve Bannon, they had a picture of him on his podcast. I was just looking on Instagram and he's laughing. He's going, yeah, he goes, it's really funny that we said we weren't, but it's pretty much Project 2025. That's what we're bringing in. So
it wasn't there. So,
but no one gives a shit.
Yeah. The timing also with the Biden pardon. There's a hit list. They have they published an actual.
Cash Patel says you got 60. There's a hit list of 60 people they're going to take down. And someone suggested that to be really bipartisan, he needs to give a Liz Cheney and
just preemptively
Adam Kinzinger full pardons
because
for anything because Trump's going to go after them and they didn't do any crimes.
Yeah, I think that let's say if Kamala won the presidency, I doubt that Biden would have pardoned Hunter.
No,
they would have appealed it or whatever the thing was.
It
wouldn't have been as big a deal. But then, as soon as the Trump wins, and then this fucking psycho FBI guy comes in, he's like, "Okay, now things have changed."
You can't compare. You can't say psycho FBI guy. Cash Patel on his jacket wears his own logo. It's a logo. It's
with a dollar sign.
It's his K $sign and then an H.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, but you just need to have the dollar sign. You can just put K in it, $sign cash. But instead, you could just put the $sign cash. But he has to put K. So it's K cash. I don't.
Can I go back just because I want to delete? I want to close out this tab on my computer.
Yeah.
And not be disrespectful. Dr. Rachel Levine is her name.
Dr. Rachel Levine.
That's what I was. She was already Pennsylvania's top health official. He nominated her to be his assistant secretary of health.
So she actually had.
You've seen her.
She actually had ability, and she actually had done the job that she got moved up for.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's unusual.
That's a first.
But it was a man before. It's in a dress.
Yeah. There's a thing.
Bullshit.
The Supreme Court is dealing with that right now today.
Yeah, that's not going to go well.
But here's
Trump's court.
I told Ken, I said we need to have a guest that's trans on and just talk because I need to understand. I need to get what because here's my thing. This is about trans kids, right? People under the age of 18. And I didn't get something that I got it on the way in. Okay, so my original view is, now I don't know. My original view was, listen, if you're under the age of 18, if you're under the age of 25, you're not making great decisions. We have some 20-year-olds in our family right now, and I am watching them thinking at 18 they were going to be great. No. The shit I decided when I was 18, the shit I decided when I was 13, 15, 16, found to a bonfire. You make bad decisions. Now, if you say at 11, 12, 13, you know you're born in the wrong body, you're trans, whatever. Okay. But my thing is that, do you really know? Are you on a trend? Is it, I mean, I'm not sure. Again, my ignorance is showing right here, but I'm not sure if I would trust a 13-year-old to come tell me, Dad, I was born a boy, but I am a girl. Okay. You know what? Let's see how that works out. Well, then someone said, as I was driving in, someone goes, well, I was listening to the kind of the arguments, and someone said, well, the problem with that is that you wait till they're 18, they've gone through puberty then. So let's say they held on to it, let's say it didn't change their mind, then they are now further along to a body dysmorphia thing, and they that's going to be harder to transition back. And I was like, my thing is still Bruce Jenner waited till he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that
is that your limit. When you're 50.
You've lived enough life. You know what? I know what I'm a woman.
Okay, now you can do it.
I am a woman. I have won the decathlon. I am a woman. I don't know. My ignorance is showing. I know, but it was an interesting point. I thought
it's mostly because you're dealing with people under the age of 25 in your personal life, and you are constantly saying to me, their brains aren't developed yet.
They're stupid.
I'm sure that's why. Yeah, because they are stupid.
Fine.
This episode brought to you by AG1, one of our all-time favorite companies. No segue, just because we love them. Oh, you're drinking it right now.
I say, not planned. I was feeling kind of. I had too much coffee.
They sell it at Kirkland now?
I was feeling. No, I poured it in there.
What is it?
AG1. What is it?
It is a powder.
It's a powder.
It is the color of green. It has over 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods like broccoli, spinach, things like that you can't eat enough of to get those vitamins. Prebiotics, probiotics. Oh, hello. And it tastes good. Adaptogens. You guys didn't say adaptogens?
Adaptogens.
So basically, especially for me personally, I take it every day, but I definitely am more strict about it. Like, I take the travel packs on the road during cold and flu season, because this historically is a tough season to be on the road and meeting people and being in planes and not get sick. And AG1 has definitely made a big difference.
Can I say one more thing about it? Last night, I came home. This never happens to me. I just I don't have ailments. I don't. I get I bitch about stuff, but I actually am not sick.
You give us ailments.
He has ailments that he won't acknowledge, like allergies.
Yeah.
What? You're fucking horse. What the hell is that? Let's go, Titus.
So last night I came home and I was like, I don't know what happened. I go, man, my gut is killing me. My stomach's hurting. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
And I thought it was because I had too much coffee or whatever it was. I was out here in the cold working on one of the cars. And I went home and I did AG1. And it took about 25 minutes. And it just smoothed the way.
Yeah.
And I thought, when I did it, I thought, oh, the dude that invented it built it for this.
Right.
You used to have gut issues all the time. You started taking AG1, they went away.
Yep. can confirm. I was going to say like how I make mine. You've started doing yours in a big glass with water and fresh lemon, which is an interesting thing. I'm intrigued by this. You do that in the morning. I do mine. I've started doing mine before a workout, and I do it with the regular colostrum. I do the D3K2 dropper that we get from them, and then colostrum. And then if I'm about to work out, I also throw in a scoop of the chocolate pre-workout colostrum
with the AG1 chocolate AG1
collagen.
All right,
and I shake it up, and it tastes like a berry chocolate situation. I don't even know, but I just get it all in, and it tastes good. And then I definitely notice like a liveliness, like a sustained energy that I did not have. That gets me through my workout.
Where do we get it? How do we get it?
This new year, you should try AG1 for yourself. It's the perfect time to start a new healthy habit. It's also a great gift to sign someone up and put this in their stocking or put it under the tree. That's why we've been with them so long, because we believe in this product. AG1 is offering new subscribers a free $76 gift. When you sign up, you'll get the welcome kit, a bottle of D3K2, and five free travel packs in your first box. Make sure to check out drinkag1.com/Titus to get that offer. That's drinkag1.com/Titus to start your new year on a healthier note. This is great for New Year's resolutions too.
Before we go any further with what's going on in the world, I want to say something. Guys, Carrying Monsters, my new special, is coming out on Christmas Eve.
This is the darkest show I've ever written. I want you to know that up front. I am not bragging. I am warning you. There's a couple of bits in the show that will cause what I call hate clapping. You'll be like, that's well written, but goddamn. And I didn't realize I had to do the preamble until I went to Scotland. I did the Fringe Festival in Scotland. It's called the Fringe Festival. Be on the edge, man. I take the show to Scotland. I would do it every night. The Scots would laugh, and every night someone would go, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And I remember thinking, Mel Gibson is disappointed in all you people right now. So you guys ready?
Carrying Monsters on Christmas Eve for $9.99, and it's well worth that money. It's well worth a lot more money, and I highly recommend making a tradition with your family of sitting around, especially if they were assholes to you, sitting around and watching Carrying Monsters together. This is my all-time favorite special.
And also, I'm gonna scold a little bit if it's okay. So for 12 years, 13 years now.
I don't want to be here for this.
So over 13 years we've done this podcast.
Dear
right?
God, we started this in 2010.
Okay, so almost 14 years. So we want you to know that we produce it. Hyland and I write the Armageddon Debates. We bust our ass to make them funny for you guys, and we do it for free. And
January 2011.
We've never asked for a Patreon. We've never asked for anything. What we do like you to do though is, and for you people that have backed us up with the shirts and stuff, thank you. But this comedy special, I have produced, the ones I gave away from free, I have produced 5 of them. 5 of them.
We did. We started
from Voicing My Head On.
Yeah.
From Voicing My Head On. So yeah.
And mine.
5, 6 of them, and yours.
Yep.
So you're not giving the money to a big company, which I want to talk about too. You're giving it to us, and I think if you amortize it over the 52 weeks we do the Armageddon update. Mm-hmm. It's like nothing. It's like 4 cents.
Yeah.
Can I just say like something too? Here's a non-scold. Here's a shout out.
I'm not scolding. I'm just saying
this is the coolest thing ever. So starting several years ago, Shane Foss, who's listened, I think from the beginning, set up an auto monthly payment of $5.
Is he still doing it?
Yeah. And
Shane.
I'm afraid I'm reminding you and you're going to cancel it, but I don't think we've ever given you a shout out.
Well, if he
and we
it, $5
appreciate
we gotta
it.
shut down.
And every time I see it's every month he does that. So he pays $60 a year for the podcast. And I just always, every month I always think, oh, Shane, I love it. It's just cool. And I don't think we've ever mentioned that.
We've never asked for it. We don't have,
no.
I just, and that's why I get so mad when someone goes, can't believe how many ads you guys have. Hey.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, mama needs shoes.
So go ahead, guys. Go to ChristopherTitus.com, download the special. Also, if you're going to buy it for somebody, what you can do is you can put will be a code. It'll be a code on the PDF. How do you log into it?
It has a web address that you can go to download it.
Okay.
So if they want to gift it.
If they want to gift it, there's a link on the buy page.
Okay.
Just click it. It's a Google Drive. There's 2 PDFs. There's a color one and a black and white, depending on what kind of printer you have and how old your printer is. Then you can print those out. They're 3x5. You can put them in a card, put them in a stocking or something, or just personalize it, whatever you want to do. We're just giving it to you, making it easy that you can give it.
We're going to make it a whole page. We're going to make 8x11. You can print it out. So you can actually roll it up in a stocking and put it in. And one more thing about the special, guys. Watch it with your family. It is Chip Foose designed the set. You will not.
It's insane.
If you go to my Instagram, Christopher Titus Nation, go to Instagram, look at the set. Like it's insane. It's the best special we've done. The audience was great. Yeah. It's the darkest special I've ever done. But if you're tired of Hallmark movies, which we were just talking about how bad the acting is in Hallmark movies, this is a really great family special. No politics in it at all. No one's going to get pissed. Yeah. They're just going to be like, did that really happen? Mm-hmm. As I say in the special, when we took it to Scotland, every night someone would go, Jesus Christ, Jesus.
Can I just need to say this. Of just being a musician, I know how hard it is to just put your project together. And we literally, like this stuff, everything was just literally handmade. The set, like you said, with Chip Foose was drawn up.
Thing we did, yeah.
The trauma.
To get, yes, all of that was
by his
handmade.
Mom and Dad.
We were literally building the set. Like we built the set.
Yep.
This team built the set.
Little story about it. Chip Foose. So Chip and I were here till 4 a.m. because we had these. We couldn't paint it. We had to get these giant vinyls made, and the set's 14 feet high. Yeah, the tallest point. So we had these giant vinyl printouts made, and Chip. You got to see that. Like, there's a bar that's we lit up and stuff, and it's sitting here in the shop now, and the way he shaded it. Like it's flat and it doesn't look flat from any angle. It's crazy. So Chip and I are here doing vinyl till 4 a.m, 2 days before the special. And then we built the special. Yep. And Foose, you guys got to know something about Chip Foose. Like you have a little bit of OCD. I have some perfectionist things I like. You have a little bit of it. Foose is fucking insane. We're on the set. He is going, he goes, I need to cut these windows out. I'm like, no, I don't want those ones cut. And he would just go, okay.
And then he'd walk over with the saw and start because it's his design. It's his baby now.
If I said anything, no, he was like, okay. And then he'd go do it.
But also, I noticed, I actually posted a picture of you two doing that set together, and he's holding that saw in every picture, I think. And in one of them, he's holding it like a gun. That's on my Instagram. But it was once he's designing something and it's his baby, I watched him. I mean, he's so meticulous that you had to say several times, Chip, it's fine. We got to go. Like, we have to film the special tonight.
Okay. Go back over.
It was a sight to behold, that set. It was crazy.
Yeah. You got to look at it, people. And the weird thing is that he made it, he didn't just design the set to look like it's flat. He made it look like the buildings are going into the distance. Yeah, like there's the courthouse. The courthouse on it is it's sitting upstairs, and from my office I can see it. It's flat and it looks from any angle like it's 3-dimensional. Yeah. It's he's so talented. The set came out great. The audience was great here at the El Portal, and just so you guys know that this special is it goes from my childhood, hanging out bars with my mom, to the end of it where I lose my kids in court with my ex, and it's just a long story about all the monsters we carry. So go get it. It's $9.99. I guarantee you're gonna have a blast.
I love,
and thanks for the support.
The kids stories. I love
because you were there. Part. You were part of it.
No, those aren't my favorite part.
That's not
Let
my
me
kids.
clarify that part, because I was there, is not my favorite part. My favorite part is hearing like the story about you in the bar, and then getting caught by cops, then you running away, and then
the gay guy that picked me up. That was crazy.
Man, that would bring the house down every time you would do the gay guy that picked you up, that character. Also, what you were like to your friends' parents. I love hearing that story,
Yeah, because I was raised by a white trash crazy, man. And so when I went to my friend's house, I talk about my
don't
buddy.
give it away.
Same.
Don't.
I'm not talking about my buddy Glenn John, and his dad was a principal of elementary school, and they had me over for dinner all the time. And I would just say stuff that my dad said, and they were just like,
God, that's so relatable.
You see the whole family like, we were raised different.
Wait, you mean your dad doesn't punch you right in the face?
You know what? Yeah, you put the toilet seat down. That's what you do, or you get punched in the face.
I do. I love that special. It is now taken the place, and it's my favorite one.
But it came out like
I would honestly sit and watch it on Christmas Eve if you want to.
And can I be a dick
but
and
I'm
say
not
something?
paying.
I've watched a bunch of specials this year flat out on Netflix, and I would like it's fucking better. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick.
I would,
but it's better.
Let me gush one more time. One more thing.
I'm just being an asshole, but I'm not. Listen. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this 40 years. And I'm pretty objective on comedy. When someone's good, I'm the first guy to go, holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, we watched Jeselnik.
We watched Jeselnik, and you were like, damn, that's good writing.
There was something he did about, well, he was very straightforward about cancel culture, comics who bitch about cancel culture, which was perfect.
He was comparing pregnant women with trans people.
He did the most brilliant piece walking around. He did something that no one else has been able to do that I've seen. Anyone who walks into the trans thing as a comic always goes cheap. You know, I did with trans in the military when I said I wanted trans in the military, and I did a funny bit with it, and I never got one bit of blowback. Jeselnik's the only other guy I've seen take this bit, and he compared it to pregnant women, and it was. You have to watch it, guys. But bones and all, great special. When I see someone with a great special, I go, "That's a great special." There are so many shitty comedy specials out right now that I'm like, and there's some big names with shitty comedy specials. Yeah. This is not a shitty comedy special, flat out.
There's speaking of,
I feel like a Ferrari dealer. I was like, no, it's a Ferrari, whatever.
Even to the details of like the intro. So Titus made an action. Can I give it away?
Yeah,
Can I
sure. It's weird. Yeah.
This motherfucker made an actual oversized book that's a pop-up book. It's real. Like it's built for, it's like a practical effect. This is not a CGI thing.
It's 4x4.
Yeah, when you see the opening, he actually created a real pop-up book that is the set of his special.
Yes.
And then his editing, man, it's the opening is so cool. I'm going to tell you, so when you see it, you can appreciate it because if you don't know what we did, it just looks, you just go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No. I built a 4x4 foot book. I used chipset, and we built a pop-up book.
Yeah. We
built a pop-up. I did a miniature one first to make it pop up. Then I built a pop-up book. So when you open this giant book, the entire set comes up. And then the way we filmed it here in the studio. And then as we zoom in on it like this, we had the set that was on the show that we shot. And Ken blends it perfectly, and I walk out onto the pop-up book. The timing looks perfect, I walk out onto the pop-up book. It's the craziest thing.
So everybody at this table had something hands-on to, like, that cover.
Yeah.
Like
I did not. Actually, this is the first special. No, I did. This is the first special that I did not physically help build the set for.
We had enough guys.
This is the first time.
Came over, big producer from Overhauling came over and was helping us.
All the other ones, I was out, painting or spray painting, forming rocks, whatever it was, stressing. I did do that, but this is the first one I did not help build the set on. I did come that day and watch, but it was very much, we got this. Everybody got this.
Pretty sure I saw you carrying cases.
I did carry things, but I did not build.
So guys, when I say go get the special, because, we do this for you guys. We want to make you laugh. We work hard to make you laugh every week. Give us a little love and get that special. And also, man, we pay for it. It's professional. I was just thinking about, remember the one we did in Santa Barbara with the big giant sets we built?
Yeah, with the rocks.
But remember the silhouettes of all of evolution and stuff?
Boxes,
We've done some killer shit that looks better than most shit I see on TV.
Well, and most things I see, it's like, other comics will just film, they're going to be at a club. And they just turn on the cameras, right? And then they'll cut that together. And there's the special.
Yeah.
This one's got a fully thought out like intro and thematic, and it's, the big set behind it. It's pretty awesome.
By the way, I
can't
hurt my-
help it.
No, I
This
just hurt my-
episode
sorry.
brought to you by Lumen.
I just wanted to say I hurt my arm patting ourselves on the back. I'm sorry.
I've been waiting.
Oh, I'm fine.
To tell
Lumen,
you
another
about
thing
Lumen.
that I love.
I can legit say that
Use it every day.
I do use it
Repeatedly.
every day. And I can legitimately say that Lumen has changed my life. It has finally like given me a breakthrough in a place that I was having a complete and utter breakdown. So Lumen is a handheld metabolic coach, basically.
So guys, you know when
it's
you're
a device that measures your metabolism through your breath.
So you know when you're doing like you see the Drago in Rocky IV, and you see those like people they'll show some weird thing where the guy's training and he's got a big mask on and there's tubes going to machines. Blah, blah, blah. It's now into a thing this size that you actually breathe into. You breathe through and then you breathe back into it. And then it tells you where you are, what you're
Lets
burning.
you know if you're burning fat or carbs and
Yep.
gives you tailored guidance to improve your nutrition, your workouts, your sleep, and even stress management because you download the app and then it will talk to you. Like today, it's very upsetting. This morning, I'm always a 1 or a 2 now because what it does is it trains your metabolism and you really watch your metabolism get better every week.
And what I learned is
And your
carbs aren't
flex
bad,
score
fat's not
goes
bad.
up.
Nothing's bad.
Nothing's bad, but when you wake up in the
Balance.
morning, you do want to be burning a 1 or a 2, right? Like,
Yeah,
because you want to, that's what I want. That means you're burning
Burn
fat. I was a 4 this morning.
Yesterday I was a 5.
And I'm never a
I'm
4.
never a 5 either.
And I was
He had problems for a
now
long
it's
time.
on my wheel. I have to look at that orange 4. I'm used to green. I like green.
Well, here's how psycho she is. Even her metabolism has to be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I
But 5 is
I
good.
want it to be better,
But it's
especially going into the holidays because I'm
But
going to
it's
need
training
it.
you to burn fat.
It also
I've
carbs.
lapsed a little, I think, and it's mad because of Thanksgiving.
It does. It kind of scolds you.
You
so
can totally see.
after it shows you the number, it asks you
Learn
like,
what?
"Hey, what time did you eat last night?"
That too.
It goes
How
like,
dare-
How
What-
many grams of carbs
did
did
you
you
eat?
have?
What did you do?
Let's get you back into fat burn. That's
Yeah, yeah,
actually,
yeah.
There's actually a
No,
thing.
it's very passive. It's passive aggressive. It'll say something like, "You're really good at sucking, so here's what we're gonna do."
you look at your carb list and it's like 12. 12 carbs.
You're great at
So,
burning carbs.
It takes all of this into account. What you're burning at that time, what you've been burning, what your score is, your flex score, and what you've been eating, and whether you've been working out. All this goes in, and then every day it gives you a tailored nutrition plan, and it's not the same every day.
No.
It changes regularly.
Right, because it's what it's doing is it's giving you, it's not keeping you a certain thing because that would mess your metabolism up. That's why when you did the fitness program and you had you on this one diet, it messed you up. This one goes all over the
I
place.
honestly think though that this gives you a variety and a range so
Right.
that you're not missing anything.
Right.
I'm not missing anything. I
No.
was missing things when I was training.
Yes.
Like
You
I
get
was
to 6% body fat.
sick and hungry and my digestion was messed up. I am eating things I want to eat now. But it's kind of like I've thought having that, I had a coach then when I was competing. It's kind of like having him in my pocket.
Yeah.
Your
and,
fitness kazoo.
and Tony Horton, the fitness guru, calls it our fitness kazoo because Tony commented on how much weight I had lost because I've lost, depending on the day, like between 10 to 12 pounds. And,
Wow.
and
I was down 7.
he asked why it was that noticeable. He asked about you too. And that's when he called it, or is it because of your little fitness kazoo? But I travel with mine. That's how serious I am about it. And I have not had it on the charger and I cannot remember when, and it's still at 100%.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that too.
It's
yeah.
Wait, does it go
crazy.
down? Does it,
No, I think I lost my charger. It's still going.
It's amazing.
How do we get it?
Great Christmas gift, you guys. So if you want to stay on track with your health this holiday season, go to lumen.me/Titus. You'll get 15% off of your Lumen. That's LUMEN.me/Titus for 15% off your purchase. awesome gift for Christmas
It's
and
like-
for people's New Year's resolutions. Thank you so much, Lumen, for
I
letting
know we
us
do
try
ads
this.
and stuff, but if you notice that we are actually excited about
I
the ads.
love
You can
this
always
thing.
tell when we got a new thing we haven't
I
used.
know,
'cause,
we
like,
start-
yeah, it's very good. We had,
It's
we don't have a story.
amazing. Yeah, no, this one I will say changed my life. I
Pete
will say
Hegseth,
it.
this guy, his mom, an email showed up from his Pete
yeah.
Hegseth's mom. The guy he wants to be Secretary of Defense. Could you guys understand that? Let's go over this guy. I want to point out how stupid that you people voted for Trump. How dumb this guy is. He gets this guy who's on Fox News, Pete Hegseth. Now he was in the military at one
Say
point.
it clearly.
Pete
He's on
Hegseth.
Fox
News.
There you
What
go.
did I
That's
say?
what
Fox
he did.
News?
Yeah, Fox News. You're just talking fast. I want people to understand. He's a Fox News host.
Right. So the guy who he wants to be in charge of all of our 3 million member military is a
How much
Fox
money?
News host. It's billions and billions. Well, the military gets $670 billion a year. So this guy who has no experience, now he's run 2 small organizations. Both organizations, one of them had 10 employees. They had a $10 million budget. He had a $400,000 shortfall with 10 employees. He is a raging alcoholic. They catch him. Everybody they talked to on Fox, he would show up with alcohol on him. And because my
Not
mom and
just
my
that. Yeah, go through it.
my mom and my dad, I have this thing with it. If you come and breathe alcohol on me in before 1 or 2 in the daytime, we're going to have a problem. So he was doing that to Fox all the time. He's covered in white supremacist tattoos. On top of that, he has a there was a woman came out and said that he raped her in Monterey. They were on a convention, I think it was Monterey, and he's like, nah, that didn't happen, man. But he paid her off. Yep. And she went to a rape kit, which I notice on all my first dates. That when we're done with the date, the woman goes and gets a rape kit.
Because there's nothing women love more than going to a hospital and spreading their legs and allowing a stranger to do medical
Swab.
thing. Yeah.
Nothing I like more than a good swabbing. So this guy is. He is and I'm sure because we're doing this today, he's going to be out by Friday because they're already talking about Ron DeSantis. So I'm like, really? Really? Like we keep getting, at least the first time he had guys that were like, okay, General Milley, okay. General Kelly, okay. And this time he is putting in a bunch of clowns, just raging clowns. Yeah. And again, the media is doing this thing where they're going, his mom didn't like it, although she did come out and she said she sent a follow-up email, which nobody's seen. His mom was on today going, I back him up again. I was wrong when I sent that, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're his mom. She told him he was abusive to women. You are not a good person. I am disgusted that you're my son. And that's the email that came out. She counters hard, because now he could be secretary. But secretary, you get a guy that couldn't run. I think one of the organizations had to close down, correct? Are you on the podcast? Are you doing this?
Yes.
Ray, he couldn't run a group of 10 people, and now he's going to run the entire U.S.
They're
military.
talking about
The
that
Pentagon.
there are multiple accounts on work trips for these organizations, Concerned Veterans of America. While he was out, and I said this to him last night, campaigning for this election. We're not talking about 10 years ago he was an asshole. I mean, a couple of months ago, representing CVA, he's out at a strip club trying to get on stage to paw at the strippers in Louisiana and propositioning them, and has to be carried out of bars during the campaign thing.
Also screaming free speech. It was another incident where he was screaming, kill all the Muslims. They were chanting in the street, kill all the Muslims. So you got this guy who is literally, if you had to go down a checklist of who not to put in charge of the military, it's this guy.
Let's attach the name. This is Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump chose this fucker.
Donald Trump chose this fucker. But he's right though. The regular media is not going.
Attach it to him.
The dumbest person we've ever had as president is continuing to choose dumber people.
He's already fucking up the country by choosing these ghouls.
We're not even in the opening credits. I always say we're not even done with the opening credits yet, and he's fucking
the cameras aren't even on yet. Fuck.
I just got to say to you people that voted for him. it's just I can't get mad anymore. It's like we're all in for it, but it's you guys' fault. I can't stop.
What are we gonna do? There's nothing we can do. We
So
already tried, we
and all
voted.
those tax cuts you say you got. Guess what? In 2025, your tax cuts. Anybody who makes under $200,000, your tax cuts are gone.
Yep.
Guess who gets to keep them? Exxon, Walmart, all the corporations get to keep their tax cuts, and they're going to keep raising prices. So hey, good luck, good job.
Look, here's the thing, though, is that, like, for example, I think, for example,
I like that.
I think that people are like, oh, they're just mad because, they don't benefit or whatever. Yeah, we do. Actually, we
actually do.
We're going to get great tax cuts. We did under Trump, and we are fighting it because of what's for the greater good. You have to pick up people around you as well. Make sure that your neighbor is okay. And they're not under Trump.
No.
And so we're angry on behalf of all of us, not just about what we want.
But
right?
that's a good point, though. That's a good point. Like, that's the difference I find between Republicans and Democrats. Republicans are me, Democrats are we. And that's what I find. That's the simplest way I can put it. Yeah. We're all about we, and the Republicans are all about we. Whether it comes to building roads, Trump talked about infrastructure for 4 years, did absolutely jack shit. Talked about healthcare for all, didn't even have a plan. He had a concept of a plan, but that was 8 years later, and it went at the debate, and he still doesn't have a concept for healthcare. So because it's about him, it's not about us, and the Democrats are like that's why Elon Musk pisses me off, because and I will never, and I hate saying never, I will never own another piece of Tesla ever again. Nothing. I will not buy another one of their products my entire life. Someone else will come up with something that'll be better after they've broken theirs down and stole whatever technology. But this man is worth $200 billion. And people don't, it's just 200. You see that number 200. If you can't even wrap your mind around how much money that is.
Exactly.
And it's like $1 billion is 1,000 million. Yeah. So times that times 200, you couldn't spend it. You can put it in the bank. The interest it generates, you can't spend it fast enough. And to a judge's credit recently, he wanted a $56 billion pay package from Tesla. And for the second time, a judge went, nah, no, you're exerting too much force over the board. And
I voted against it.
And I just can't wrap my mind, because it doesn't work. If you know history, when the rich people get rich and they keep taking and they keep taking, eventually the society collapses.
Yeah. Or there's a revolt.
And all those rich people are no longer around anymore.
Beheaded.
They were eaten. And so what worries me is that we are getting to that point now, especially if you put all these American oligarchs in, and the Russians are laughing. Look, there's an article. Look at the Russians. The Russians love the chaos.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, I don't know if, the funny thing to me is that Trump always seems to think that Putin likes him. No. Putin just wants to tear down America.
I like the idea that you are actually in power.
He wants you
chaos.
What are you going to help him with Ukraine? What are you getting from him? Because basically, then Germany. Okay, so the rest of NATO joins in. Well, if we're not helping him because you're the president, then he's going after Poland, Germany. What are you doing?
Yeah,
like people just don't understand the macro of this whole thing. This is a game of risk, and we've given it to basically a psychotic duck is now playing a risk with the American and just moving pieces wherever and doesn't know what he's doing.
Do the psychotic duck, please. Waiting. This episode brought to you by Fitbod.
Oh my!
I'm loving all these ads for Christmas time.
I
and
am
New
sore
Year's.
right now
And
from Fitbod.
Yes, you are. You were last night.
I was very sad.
Tell us all.
Last night I did triceps and I did shoulders, but the night before I did chest, and I got to tell you this, man. I have a weird relationship with Fitbod. I love what it's done for me. It's changed my body. It's changed my size. It's changed everything. But when I get it, sometimes I'll put my, okay, so here's what you do. You put your things in which I want to work a chest and I want to use biceps, right? And Poochie comes helps.
You did the duck and he's been up ever.
Poochie, do some push-ups.
Poochie, he comes in and does stuff with me. And
Yes,
I put it
he
in.
does.
And all of a sudden, Fitbot ups my weight to the point where I'm angry. I'm like, I can't, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then, so last night, it gave me, it gave me 50s with military press. And that's like, I'm literally,
I feel that in my ankles.
Yeah, I'm on the ragged edge of a Three Stooges nightmare. And I did it, and I realized something, that over the 2 years of doing Fitbod, that I have not just gotten a little stronger. I've gotten a lot stronger.
Yeah. What are some of your Fitbod milestones and accomplishments? Because I know you're telling them. You told me one earlier this week what it told you to curl.
I was going to do 45s, and I was curling I picked it up angry because I'm like, this is gonna hurt,
or I can't do it.
And I was like, what?
That's why he came into the kitchen like, you're not going to believe this.
Because I used to bitch about 30.
Because so much of it is in your head, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I lift. These are the dumbbells I use for curls. And Fitbod has pushed him out of that.
My pull-ups have gone from 5 to 10.
And you were proud.
Pull-ups.
You were like, I'm curling 45s like as a regular set, not a.
And I wasn't rocking. She goes, you weren't swinging because she's busted. She'll come in.
I'll go by the door.
Little Miss Workout will come in and go. What are you doing?
I'm getting the negatives, okay?
It's because I don't want him to hurt himself.
It's working.
I don't want him to hurt himself. What about working out consistency when you're traveling?
The body weight workouts. So the body weight workouts are so hard at times. I sometimes dread being like, we're in a hotel room and I have 2 hours. I can't go put my stuff on. Hotel gyms suck. So I'll just go.
Sometimes you do, but
sometimes I do, but they usually never have stuff. Plus you got to touch stuff that everybody else has touched. You got like who slimed on these dumbbells? The dumbbells at home, I know who slimed on.
Yeah. My slime is fine.
Yeah. And so I'll put, you just flip it. You go to a thing that says body weight only, and it will give you a workout in a hotel room that if you're like, I bitch all the time about it. I'm like, you believe this is harder than that.
He's like dripping sweat. So Fitbod, it's an app that you can get, or an application if you're over 50. It creates a personalized workout routine, and it's totally based on you. It uses AI and it tracks you, what you want, what your goal is, what equipment you have, what you want to work out, right?
You get to pick it.
Yeah. And then the workouts will adapt to your growth, like he's saying, so you won't even realize, but it's training you, so you're getting stronger and you can do heavier weight, and it knows that, and it tells you to do that.
And also when it gives you that weight, like what I'll do is, like when I was doing my shoulders yesterday, this one has been hurting, and so I went on one shoulder exercise. I dropped it from 35 to 30s just to make sure I could get through it without hurting myself. So you can change it. You don't have to do what it says. It's like, no,
it's not going to shock
but
you.
But it is going to, it's going to inspire you to get better. Over 1,000 demonstration videos, and they're all fine-tuned by certified personal trainers. So it's like you kind of have a trainer in your phone.
I use them all the time. It'll say the name of it. Sometimes the name doesn't really justify it. And I'll hit the video and I'm like, okay, good. Am I doing it right?
Calls, thrusters. That's what he calls hip bridges thrusters. He calls everything kind of what it looks like. So,
right. That's because I have common sense.
It's not like IKEA names of things. It's
I can't do the blurfing.
Because I said, well, what do you call thrusters? And you said something like the dip flap, or what did you call it?
I don't know.
Yeah, he makes it up as he goes. So they have videos, and you can start at home if you're nervous about going in front of strangers and working out and you don't know what you're doing. It will show you what you're doing, and you can do it at home without equipment. Lock in and stay focused. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout program that's 25% off of your subscription, or you can just try the app for free for 7 days at fitbod.me/Titus. That's fitbod.me/Titus. Another good one for Christmas present or New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and what I love about it is it's like $79 a year.
It was $79.99, and then you get 25% off of
for
that
a whole year. You get a whole workout program. That's always but it's always like it'll say sometimes it'll say Fitbod notification, and I'll look and go, you still have 2 more workouts to do this week. Like it has me on a thing because you get to pick how many. If you want 3, 4, I'm at 4, and when I hit 5, I'm half. So I'm at 4 a week right now. And I just love it. I love it. I use it. I don't think I've ever had an app I use as consistently every day as FitPod. And again, we don't advertise unless we use it. We just don't. What?
CEO of United Healthcare assassinated outside of
Did you see this?
a hotel in New York last night.
So we get to watch the news because
Because
we care.
This.
So let me explain to you. So the CEO, there was a big convention, right? Big convention in New York. Healthcare, big healthcare insurance companies. The CEO of United Healthcare walks out, gets assassinated. And it wasn't a robbery. They got video of the guy. So he came out.
Was he on HMO or PPO? Let me ask you.
Well, he died.
Okay.
So definitely
He's
it was an
NO.
HMO. It was a HMO. Definitely died. Kaiser. Might have been Kaiser. I don't know. So he comes out and the second they start talking about it, I go, someone had this man killed. He walks out. The guy knew where he was. Guy was standing in the shadows.
Had been waiting 10 minutes.
Had been
'cause
waiting.
He knew his schedule when he would be walking in.
Knew where he had to go, which means somebody.
So he's walking alone at 6:44 a.m. towards the Hilton in Midtown after leaving his own hotel. This person knew where he was coming from and where he was going.
And extreme. It wasn't an accident because 6:40. No criminal shows up at 6:45 a.m. on accident.
Yeah.
Also, the conference wasn't scheduled to start until 8 a.m. So he's walking across at 6:44.
Get breakfast, get some food.
If that were me, it would be like she was jogging from her hotel at 8:09 a.m.
running panicked.
Conference, one shoe in her hand.
She avoided the bullets because she was running. She was serpentining to try to get her shoe on.
Is the assassin going to be in the cabinet now? Is that a
Yeah,
new
exactly.
head of?
So he had a silencer, had a two-handed stance. FBI
Silencer.
Frank Figluzzi guy is saying that it was not he doesn't think it was a professional hitman because he wasn't necessarily in a shooter stance, but it was a two-handed stance with a silencer. Had his face covered by a hood and a backpack on with whatever in it, and then got on a bike and
The three-letter
went through
package.
Central Park.
Electric bike.
Went through Central Park on a bike.
Where he knows there's no cameras because so New York City's covered in cameras.
Yeah.
Central Park doesn't have many.
Was the CEO for or against universal health care? Was that?
Well,
We don't
I
know.
think that we know that there is a motive.
But I want to go back to this. I think Frank Figluzzi, and I think here's where the media we're getting, guys, get ready for the next 4 years. We are not going to do it until they shut us down. But there is a propaganda thing going on with the media right now. They did it with Trump. They sane washed him totally. They made him seem like a normal candidate.
Oh, the gazpacho police is coming.
The gazpacho
They're
police is
coming.
definitely coming. So we've got Frank Figluzzi is going, oh, this guy wasn't a professional. And I'm a martial artist. I know. So I look at the guy. They have a picture of the guy. He's like in a front stance, like in a fighting stance. He's got both arms. He's got a silencer, which you just can't get him.
Yeah.
He's got a silencer out, and he just goes. Then the gun jams. He clears it and puts another bullet into the guy, or two other bullets into the guy. I'm sorry.
Shoots two from a distance, like a
and hits him.
surprising
Hits
distance.
two from a
Then
distance.
runs up, taps one more time, and takes off.
But he had to clear the gun. So that means that the guy was so well versed in weaponry that when it jammed, he didn't even blink. He just fixed
He
it.
just went target
He
acquired.
just fixed it.
Again,
yeah, exactly.
if that were me and the gun jammed, you'd hear me go, God damn it! and then throw it at him. You know.
So he's in this kind of front stance, shoots him twice from a distance, which means he was skilled, then walks up, finishes the job, make sure this guy's going to die after he cleared the gun after a jam. So Flu goes, well, if the gun jammed, that means he wasn't taking care of his weaponry. No, that doesn't.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't. Guns can jam.
Right.
So, and then he instantly runs across the street, gets on a bike, takes off.
Didn't steal his watch.
No, didn't know. Took nothing. I
And-
didn't even think about that.
Didn't-
Good job.
didn't-
We should
What?
go solve crimes, the three of us.
And
That's awesome.
There was a witness on the video, a woman standing in a doorway that appears visibly scared, like when she realizes somebody's shooting. Then she takes off. When he takes off, like
He didn't shoot.
runs,
He didn't shoot her.
and she has not come forward yet. I don't know by the time this comes out, but they're looking for her. But if you were her, would you want to come out and be like, yeah, I saw the hitman?
Yeah.
So he's got a white
possibly
backpack,
mob-
the heart attack
what?
gun.
white or light beige backpack, rides into Central Park, and they lose him. And I thought, my first thought was, how do you add all that up and go, yeah, it was just a random guy. Nah.
Where's RFK's? What's RFK's alibi?
Yeah, exactly. He would have to leave anti-vaccine literature.
Dead bears behind him.
Yeah, there's a dead bear in Central Park. That's funny. The guy's hiding under the dead bear.
Yeah, he puts it on.
Here's what I don't know. And this is going to be an interesting story to come out. I can't wait for the Netflix documentary. I can't speak English anymore. I can't wait for the Netflix documentary on this guy because I don't understand. It's not like a guy that you're like, he had no security. He's CEO of a company. He was just probably going to get coffee before the meeting, right? He's probably dressed. And I just don't understand why you would kill the chairman of an insurance company. Doesn't make sense. This seems like the beginning of every like Tom
Dark
Cruise
Water movie. Yeah.
It feel like there's just random shit killing with an insurance company guy. Yeah. In the 80s, Harrison Ford would have been starring in this one.
And the whole town of Poughkeepsie had cancer of the lobe. So
the lobe. What happened? I gotta get my lobe checked. Yeah, by the way, people, make sure you get out there and get your lobes checked. So we have guys, we're about to enter into a weird time. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am going to sit back this time and enjoy it as opposed to last time. I mean, I'm going to fight.
I'm not enjoying it. This episode brought to you by Public Rec. Speaking of enjoying.
Oh, can I talk about
because those pants look good.
The t-shirt, the black t-shirt?
Thank you.
Wearing dress pants, I sense is probably a lot like when we have to wear a skirt. Actually, no, nothing's as bad.
No, there's
clothing wise for men as it is for women. But
kilt.
I feel like they've leveled up on those pants.
So I have a t-shirt that I liked for years. You know, the t-shirt brand. I got the pants from Public Rec
the deal
and the
maker
t-shirt.
Pant.
And I will tell you this: the t-shirt is okay. Then you do know the t-shirts I love. It's higher quality than that, and the pants.
I did notice that
the pants fit so good.
Yeah.
Like and they have this. There's like a finish on them.
So basically, the deal maker pant that he's talking about, you get the comfort of sweatpants. So he uses them for travel. It's great for travel or when you have to sit like on long drives for the holidays or whatever. But you get the look and fit of jeans. You look like you tried, but you feel really good.
Yeah, you can mock all the people in pajamas and Crocs that are in the airport. That's what I like about it.
Exactly. Even though you're kind of in pajamas.
They're very comfortable.
Not
I will say that
you're
very,
in Public Rec pants and high tops. Thank
Yes.
God you're not in Crocs.
And a fitted Public Rec t-shirt.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was folding it because I am intimately familiar with all of your t-shirts because I steal them.
Yes, you do.
And this one I came home from visiting my sister and you had gotten it.
Yep.
In fact, it had come to me in a package and he had opened it and just started wearing it. I called him and I was like,
wasn't her size. Shut up.
Why are you opening things and putting them on your body?
Because of the fit bod pecs that he's got.
Exactly.
They're matching.
How did he know? So anyway, I noticed that I was folding it and I was like, what is this? It is a thicker, softer, higher quality fabric. I was very impressed. Definitely stealing that one. So you can stop suffering in regular pants. Give the gift of comfort this holiday season. Another great Christmas gift for a limited time only. Our listeners will get 20% off when you use promo code Titus at checkout. That's 20% off with the code Titus at publicrec.com. After you buy whatever you get, they're going to ask you how you heard about them. So please support our show. Tell them that we sent you. Just type in Titus Podcast. Give yourself or someone you love the gift of comfort this season.
Michael Ian Black, guys, was on last week, and it was awesome. He was so good. We got in talking about aliens, and I didn't realize until I talked to Michael Ian Black that how much I love talking about aliens.
Yeah, same.
Because there's so... did you see that there was a video? Bring it up. Unidentified objects, UAPs over LA yesterday.
Yesterday?
3 of them. 3 of them. And some guy's like, what is this? They're just little balls. And they just go.
I don't know what's out there, but I wonder how much is aliens and how much is our government doing things that we're not aware of, even though our tax dollars fund it. Mm-hmm. Let's just try this over these people's homes.
Let's see how much they'll take.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah. What was the other
We've
night?
already taken
Did
an
you
insurrection.
feel it was supposedly was not a sonic boom?
Oh, what was that last
It
night?
shook our house, and I instantly, my ring alerts start going off. People all the way in Glendale are talking about.
You said your stomach was
that just rattled my windows. That was like
Chipotle is what it was.
something exploded. Sonic boom. SpaceX wasn't supposed to be for 3.5 more hours.
We were in bed and we hear this.
What day was it?
It was crazy.
And I was like, what
4
the
or
hell?
5 days ago.
It was loud enough where I looked out the window of the bedroom.
Friday or Saturday.
And then we start. So she pulls up a ring, and it's like all over the valley.
People are going nuts.
Like 30 miles or 12 miles either way. Like it was like whatever happened, and I never heard anything else about it. Interesting that you said that about a government. What if the government? The problem is that see if the government's doing it, then either they have the technology that aliens had, and if the government had it and we had that kind of power, why would Putin be doing anything? Like if we had the power that these things that can fly, that can make a right turn at 1,500 miles an hour without even doing anything and disappear in an instant, if we had that kind of technology, why would we even give a shit about diplomacy? Wouldn't we just show a video? Just go, yeah, you guys want to tell us what you want? Oh, hold on. Watch this. Yeah, that's what we got. You guys don't got that. Anybody got any questions?
Couldn't we just fly it over the Kremlin?
So how about you do this? How about you send us all your money? You know what I mean? If we had that tech, wouldn't we be using it like that? Because there's no point not.
Yeah, we don't need tariffs for anything. We got this shit.
Yeah, send it. Yeah, send it. Yeah, send us China. Cut it in prices in half.
We don't need your metal.
No.
We got alien tech, baby.
Well, that's the thing is that that the government is up to a lot of things that we don't know about. And that...
Well, we know now because Trump took all the documents and gave them to Putin. So Putin and Saudis know, but yeah.
But in the wrong hands, that level of power using our tax dollars. I mean, imagine... a second Trump term.
Oh, it's in the wrong hands.
That he knows all the secrets.
We know he really doesn't care about anyone but himself.
No.
He's not concerned about people's welfare and well-being.
Republicans, me. Democrats, we.
But Ray, all of us, we know that there's such, and we've said this on the podcast recently, that we hope that it's so compartmentalized that there's some protection within the government that's like, okay, so Trump's not going to really understand the alien tech that we have. He needs to know. Okay, he doesn't need to know. He's never going to need to know any of this.
Well, now we're back to the Illuminati, though. Now we're back to the 7 people that really run stuff.
Right. But there are departments that don't share information, right?
Yeah.
So that there isn't.
So that would, if that's true, let's say that's true, because we should look. By the way,
for national security purposes.
Welcome to Conspiracy Hour with the Titus podcast. Let's say there is. Let's just randomly say that there is something that is so high tech, so top secret, so out of control that we can't let just any random douchebag that people vote in, because the people don't know. They always knew. They always think that about us. The people don't know that they can just say, because there was a couple things that Obama, I was talking to Mike and Black about it. I was like, there was a couple things Clinton and Obama both said that were so on the ragged edge of like, that I think there's something. But that would have to be a guy that would go to Trump and go, hey man, I just want you to know something. Like whatever you're going to do, we get it. But this section right here, this whole stuff right here, you're never going to hear about. And if you do talk about it, and then they show there's a Brooder film.
the real one.
Yeah. See those guys and those guys and those guys? Yeah.
Hold on, we're going to zoom in real quick. There's
By the way, we're going to bring him in. Bob?
Your friend, the healthcare CEO?
I mean, if they're like, and you remember what happened to that guy and that guy? Yeah. Yeah. That those were accidents. You don't want to have an accident. No, keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. We're not going to bother you. We're not going to bother you at all.
Tariffs.
Just by the way. Okay, cool. If there is a group like that, I think they need to be a little more. I'd like them to run things more then. Yeah. I'd like them to let this guy do what he's doing. we do. That Thomas Jefferson quote rings in my head every day. We elect the government we deserve, and God have. I don't think anybody deserves what's about to happen.
I didn't think we deserved it.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope 4 years from now, if I'm still alive, I go, you know what, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, the economy was. He woke up. He's looking at death. He's like he became a good president. Yeah. But I don't have any money on.
Now
it.
there is a little broken clock is right. Whatever the fucking phrase is. There's a couple things that
Welcome to the Genius of the Titus podcast. Broken clock is right a couple of times, once in a while.
Like, some things that some of these nutcases will say, I'll go, okay, I agree with that one sentence that you just said that RFK said about, healthcare, whatever. Okay, I agree with that. So maybe there's going to be some good things. That's what I saw the media doing.
The problem is if you agree with one, like they just ripped him apart on vaccines, they ripped him apart on thimerosal, they ripped him apart on all this stuff, and then they go, you know what though, would be overall health wise, we should have more natural food and take these additives out of our food. And all of a sudden, what happens is you go, oh, he's got a couple of good ideas. Let's see, and then that's when then the crazy next thing we're all getting. By the way, Elon's going to tattoo a number on your head. By the way, that's connected. They did today. There's a thing in Japan. They can actually now tattoo a thing on your head that can actually conduct electricity to help you with brain stimulation.
Oh boy.
And I was like, hold on. And my Bible was like, hello, hello.
Although I do.
Nostradamus is like, don't worry, I tell you what's going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I don't agree with anything he says. He was an environmental attorney. He's not based in anything medical. I think that we had Fauci. We had the guy who stopped AIDS. Of course. And now we got this clown car of morons that I'm just, and he may be a great environmental lawyer. They said he's done some good thing there, but he had a brain worm, and he says that Wi-Fi gives you leaky brain, and
all vaccines are bad.
All vaccines are bad. There's no good effective vaccines, and yet
kind of takes over anything else.
Yet the people that got the COVID vaccine died at half the rate of the people that didn't get it.
Yeah,
that's documented. So. My thing is that could we get some professionals? And we won't. You know why? Because real professionals, real people that give a shit. General Kelly, General Milley, people that Trump thought he could work with. At one point, they were like, you're a fucking criminal. You're a psychotic criminal. Yep. Milley, I've never seen. Have you ever seen a general apologize? Do you remember when Milley came out and apologized? Yeah. General Kelly came out and testified against him. Did an interview about him and told him exactly who he was. We've got people that 40 out of 44 people that worked for him the first time were like, this guy's a nutball. And the morons voted him back in. It just goes to show you. And then today, like I told you earlier, Steve Bannon came out and said, yeah, Project 25, that was always a plan. You guys bought it. He was laughing. Oh my God. Made me ill. He was laughing. Like he was basically saying, you idiots, we lied to your face and you took it.
Wow.
And so we are going to be here, guys. I don't think we're going to be ranting and raving about it, but I will tell you this, whenever it goes bad, remember, if you voted for him, it's on you. Yeah. It's not like you didn't know. The last time we ended up closed the pandemic office, we ended up in a pandemic, said you're going to get tax cuts.
That again. Everything Biden corrected and fixed or implemented on his own, he will dismantle all of it. Even the Rose Garden, because he's a child. Yep. And so, what they did to Michelle Obama's garden, why would you concrete over a garden? Yeah. But it's all petty, all getting people back. So buckle up.
It just goes to show that 35% of America is petty. 35% is dead petty. Fuck, I'm going to show them libtards. Blah, blah.
And it's so stupid because that just by the fact that they voted out of just like this dumb, sadistic, I just want to see you cry. That's it.
Yes.
Hey, dumbass, you just voted for someone else. You just voted not for yourself, for another person because you just want to feel hate. Meanwhile, Trump and his whole fucking team has been dividing people and putting chaos in the middle of things.
They're also, listen, Trump wants to put people in. He's going to be able to rape the U.S. government. Mm-hmm. He's going to be able to. Elon Musk already has 300 government contracts. Now he's his right-hand buddy. Oh. What do you think he's going to get now? Like they're already talking. So Biden, Rivian, there's a company. And by the way, I have a Rivian, and I will say this about that. It's my second electric car. I had a Tesla S. It was fine. I enjoyed the car. Ray's got a Tesla S. I won't buy another Tesla.
I have a Nazi car.
But I have a Rivian. And okay, now this is just not even being mean. The Rivian quality of this vehicle is so much better than the Tesla. Like it is. I was driving her home last night and I was just like, this thing is the quietest car I've ever been in. And it hauls ass and it's got 410 miles of range. I haven't had range anxiety. I used to, with a Tesla, I'd be like, I gotta plug it in. This one was like, I'm good for 2 more days, 3 more days. I can drive it all anywhere I want.
It looks like a spaceship inside there.
It's badass. It's such a great car. So Rivian got a deal. So Rivian, they were doing really well. COVID hit. They got kind of screwed. Everything, and people stopped buying stuff. Then, so in the middle of them trying to become a legacy car maker, they couldn't do it. Volkswagen's given them $5 million, and the government has just given them a $6.6 billion loan to build a factory in North Georgia, north of Atlanta. The first thing, and we should talk about petty, the first thing, Elon Musk has Tesla, and he knows how good Rivians are. He was like, him and Kash Patel are already looking at that deal. They're looking at that deal. Oh no, who's the other guy that's working with him? Not Kash Patel. The Kash Patel is the guy for the FBI, right?
Yeah, FBI.
There's another
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Swamawami. Rama Ding Dong and Elmo are getting together, and we're going to look at that loan.
Oh, are you? Of course,
because it was competition from us. And you got to remember that Volkswagen just gave them $5 billion for their tech. So if Volkswagen gave Rivian $5 billion, Volkswagen's a legacy company over 100 years. They're like this. They must have the shit. Mm-hmm. So we are in for a picking winners and losers. It's so funny how Trump would say they're weaponizing the DOJ. He's putting someone in charge of the FBI that's going to close the FBI.
Who has a hit list.
Who has a hit list, right? He literally it goes back to Hitler and Goebbels. Always accuse the other side of what you're doing or are going to do. Do me a favor. Go to ChristopherTitus.com right now and get Carrion Monsters. It's going to be Christmas Eve. You're going to sit down with your family. You're going to sit there and go, guys, get a drink. We're going to watch the worst family stories you've ever seen, and you're going to laugh your ass off. ChristopherTitus.com. Go get it down. If you're going to buy it as a gift, download the PDF. By the way, and thank you for all, man. I can't wait we just did the Armageddon update, and so we're going to go do the map on it now. And the craziness that you always do is always awesome.
Thank you, sir.
At Thanksgiving, I am thankful that you are here.
Oh,
yeah. I'm thankful too that I'm here.
Yeah. Did you find a new place yet close by? I think next door.
I'm not looking yet.
Might be next door.
I can't look yet.
We've had another murder here.
Yeah, we had another murder, and then they're cleaning out the building. So guys, all the murder stuff that was going on, the building where the crack house ended up, that got fenced off. They've rebuilt it. It looks like a nice house now. Yep. The apartment building next to it, I can't show up today, and there's a pile of garbage on the street like I have never seen.
Mm-hmm. It is literally like The Walking Dead. I've never seen more like government signage, like on fencing. It's like biohazard.
And then next door, the rehab center that they built, nice new building. Yeah, they kicked everybody out of it.
There was a mountain of like furniture and shoes and. People
it was
were looting
brand new. Actually, when it was being built
really
last year, we were happy because it looked like a really nice new apartment building. Like they were going to regentrify this street. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the addiction recovery place right around the corner on the other side of us, that's still going strong because there's people leaning outside like gray and chain smoking cigarettes and not looking in like they're in the Christmas spirit.
Well, the possible murder cartels have been lessened.
It used to be just a body. We drive over bodies, like
literally. Ray got stopped. There was a shooting 30 seconds before she showed up for the podcast one day.
People were screaming at me to stop, don't turn, because there was a shooting happening right then.
She's like, I
thought that they were hitting on me. I was like, and pulled right into gunfire like an idiot and watched the guy die. Like the guy Yeah, it was not good.
Just a normal Wednesday here at the Titus Podcast. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, go to ChristopherTitus.com for all the stuff. We got new shirts too. We got a bunch of new shirts.
Yeah.
So get that. If you want to get somebody a gift, get them a shirt and then the Titus Podcast thing. Yeah, cool. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Guys, don't miss Christopher Titus's brand new comedy special, Doomed to Repeat, and Rachel Bradley's new special, Beauty for Ashes, on tour now. December 20th, Knitting Factory, Spokane, Washington. December 21st, Neptune Theater, Seattle, Washington. January 10th and 11th in San Diego. January 19th in Boston. For more tickets and tour dates, go to ChristopherTitus.com.